Hello students, today we are looking at the sine rule. Sine rule. Now if you have a triangle ABC. Now to name this triangle, now if this is angle A, this is angle A, so the side facing this angle is small letter A. So the side facing this angle, so this the side facing it, that's this small letter A. It represents the side. So the side facing this angle B, the side facing this angle is what? Small letter B. Then it is angle C. The side facing this angle C is small letter C. So that is how to name the triangle. So the ratio of the sine rule says that A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. Now let's look at an example here. You are told that in triangle ABC, angle B is 39 degrees, angle C is 82 degrees, and angle A is 6.73 centimeter. Find C. Find C. Now in this situation, so you may not be given the drawing, but you need to draw the triangle. So assuming you now draw the triangle, this is my triangle. So you can do your labeling anywhere. So if this is my angle A, I name this one to be B and this is C. Then when I'm naming the side facing this angle A will be my side A. Then the side facing this angle B will be my side B. The side facing this angle C will be my side C. So now they say angle B is 39 degrees. So that means this angle here is 39 degrees. The angle C is 82 degrees. So the angle there is 82 degrees. Then we have A, that is the side A, is 6.73 centimeter. So the value of this side is 6.73 centimeter. Then you are told to look for the small letter C. That means the value of this side C. Now you realize that since you are given two angles in this triangle, you can easily look for the third angle by using the sum of angles in a triangle. So if you're having angle A plus angle B plus angle C should be equal to 180. Why? Sum of angles in a triangle. So you are looking for your angle A plus your angle B is 39 degrees plus your angle C is 82 degrees is equal to 180. If you add angle B and C, 39 plus 82 gives us 121 is equal to 180. You will now bring this plus 121 to this other side. It will now be what? Minus 121. 180 minus 121. So that means angle A is what? 59 degrees. So it means the value for this angle is 59 degrees. So now we are going to write the ratio again. Ratio of the sine rule is A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. Now I'm going to be fixing the values of each of the sides. So the value for my side A, my side A, you are having what? The value of this side A is 6.73. So I'm going to substitute here 6.73 over my angle A. I've calculated the angle A to be 59. So I'm substituting it here. Sine 59 equals side B. We are not given the value for this side B. So that means that will remain B over sine 30 and B. Angle B is what? 39. So I substitute the value for the angle sine 39 equals C. Side C is not given in the diagram. So that means I'm having side C over then sine C. C is what? 82. So I now substitute 82 for the value for angle C. So now In this, I'm having 6.73 over sine 59 equals b over sine 39 equals c over sine 82. Now you now realize that if out of this you look for the ratio that is complete, you realize 6.73 over 80 sine 59 is complete, and you are told to look for the value of size. This is what you are told for c. So that means you pick this one that is complete and the ratio that is containing this c, you equate them together. So that means you'll be having 6.73 over sine 59 equals c over sine 82. You are told to look for the value of the side c. Now, so you cross multiply from here. So when you cross multiply, so this 6.73 times sine 82 will be equal to c times sine 59. So to make it easier, so when after cross multiplying, so you know you are looking for c here. So to make it easier, you divide both sides by what? Sine 59. When you divide both sides by sine 59, so that sine 59 will cancel out here, remaining c. So that means you are now left with c is equal to 6.73 times sine 82 divided by sine 59. You will now pick your four-figure table. You are going to look for the sine of what? 82. What is the value for sine 82? 0.9903. If you are using your calculator to look for the value of the angle, make sure you do it to 4 decimal places, because you are expected to use the four-figure table, which should always be in 4 decimal places. Then divided by sine 59 will give us 0.8572. 0.8572. If you multiply 6.73 times 0.9903, it will give you 6.664719 divided by 0.8572. So when you divide this, you are going to get 7.7749871675. So to 1 decimal place. So you know after the decimal number, this is 1. The next number is 7. It's more than 5. Before you call these decimal numbers off, you add 1 to this, making it 8. So that means your final answer should be 7.8 centimeter. So that's the value for the side C. Let's do another example. Now, if you are having this, if you are given this question in triangle ABC, angle B is 25.6 degrees, angle C is 124.4 degrees, and side C is 39.2 meters. Solve the triangle completely. If you are told to solve the triangle completely, it means you look for the other values that is not given. So first of all, let's try to draw the triangle. So I am drawing the triangle this way. So you can arrange your letters as you like. So I'm putting this one to be A, this angle is B, and this one is C. So the side that is facing this angle A is what? Is this one, name side A. The side that is facing this angle B is what? This side. So name side B. The side that is facing this angle C is this one. Name side C. Now, so if you now substitute, your angle AB is what? 25.6. So you put this side to be 25.6. Angle C is 124.4. So this angle is 124.4. And side C is 39.2. This side is 39.2. Solve the triangles completely. So you look at it, it means that we are not giving this particular angle A, we are not giving this side A and this side B. So we are supposed to look for angle A, side A, and side B. So for us to get the third angle, you realize that if you add these three angles, 25.6, 124.4, and this angle here should be equal to 180. So angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Why? Sum of angles in the triangle. Let's substitute. Angle A plus B is 25.6 plus C is 124.4 is equal to 180. So that means A plus 25.6 plus 124.4 will give us 150. If you now bring this plus 150 to this other side, it will now turn to 180 minus 150, which will give us what? Angle A is 30 degrees. So you've been able to look for the value for angle A. You are now going to substitute into the formula, into this ratio, A over sine A equals B over sine B equals C over sine C. So our small a, our side A is not given here, so that means you write A. Then angle A, our angle A is taken, is what we look for to be 30. So this is 30, so over sine 30. Then our side B is not given in the diagram, it's not in this diagram, so that means we have side B over sine angle B. Our angle B is what? 25.6. You substitute 25.6. Then our side C is 39.2. Then divided by the angle C is 124.4. So you substitute. Now, after doing this, you want to look for the value of angle A, side A and side B. So you look for the one ratio out of this three that is complete. You realize this one is complete, 39.2 over 124.4. This is complete. Then we want to look for A first. So you pair this ratio and this. So that means we'll be having A over sine 30 equals 39.2 over 124.4. So from here, you are going to cross multiply. When you cross multiply, our 124 sine 124.4 will come here, our sine 30 will come here. So that means you are going to have this. You have this A times sine 124.4 equals 39.2 times sine 30. So we are looking for A. Because of that, you are going to divide both sides by the coefficient of A. So that means you are divide both sides by sine 124. So you divide this side by sine 124, sine 124.4. So this one will cancel out, remaining A here. So you are left with 39.2 times sine 30 over 124 sine 124.4. Now, you should also note that when you are to look for, you need to know the value of the angles. Sine 30 will give us 0.5. Then sine 124.4 should give us 0.8251. You know, if you press your calculator, it will give you this value straight, 0.8251. But if you want to use your four-figure table, you realize that you cannot look for angle more than 90 in the four-figure table. Because of that, you first of all determine which quadrant is this. You realize that the quadrant of 124 is what? Second quadrant. So to now get the equivalent in second quadrant, you realize that what? You are going to say 180 minus 124.4. 180 minus 124.4. If you subtract it, so you're having 6.95, 25.6. So that means to look for the angle, it will now be what? Sine 25.6. So which will now give us 0.8251. Now, and because the value of this angle is positive in the second quadrant, it will be 0.8251. So from here you can press the value. 39.2 times 0.5 will give us 19.6. Then divided by 0.8251. If you now divide 19.6 divided by this, will give you 23.754696.4 centimeter. If you want to do this to one decimal place, you'll be having, after this, if you count, the first number is 7 here. Next number, before you call the remaining decimals off, you see the next number is 5 up to 5. You add 1 to this 7, making it 8. Then you now call the remaining of our number off. So that means you'll be having 23.8 meters. Now, we've been able to look for the value for A. Now let us look for the value for B. You realize that again we are going to pick the complete ratio. The complete ratio is the complete ratio is 39.2 divided by sine 124.4. Then the ratio containing the B is B over sine 25.6. So when you to do this, you are going to cross multiply. B times sine 124.4 is equal to 39.2 times sine 25.6. So since we are looking for B alone here, divide both sides by what? Sine 124.4, so that you are left with B this side. You are now having 39.2 times sine 25.6 over sine 124.4. So let's look for the value for sine 25.6, which will give us 0.4321 divided by sine 124.4 will give us 0.8251. If we multiply 39.2 times 0.4321, it will give us 16.93832. Then divided by 0.8251. So if we divide this, you are going to get 20.52880863. So to one decimal place. So after this one, the next number is 2. It's not up to 5. So you call the mini number sum. So that means you'll be having 20.5 meters. Now let's go to, so it means that the value for angle A is 30 degrees, side A is 23.8 meters, and side B is 20.5 meters. So for the work practice, number 1, in triangle ABC, angle A is 29 degrees, angle B is 36 degrees, and side B is 15.8 centimeter. Find A. In number 2, in triangle ABC, angle A is 54.2 degrees, angle B is 71.5 degrees, and side A is 12.4 centimeter. Find B. Number 3, in triangle ABC, angle B is 104.3 degrees, angle C is 31.3 degrees, and side A is 29.0 centimeter. Calculate C. Number 4, in triangle XYZ, angle Y is 29.8, angle Z is 51.4, side X is 19.6 centimeter. Solve the triangles completely. Please ensure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you.